Oh, ma'am.
Oh, she's out. I just got that on camera too.
Gotta roll with the punches, right? So far, so good.
Hi, Brittany Hyder, top producing agent here at Outfast Realty and Investments. So I am dealing with a hot mess right now.
Because I own TBREA, which stands for Tampa Bay Real Estate Investors Association, I get to meet a lot of cool people, and a lot of awesome people have come and gone through TBREA in the last 4 years since I've been an owner. I met my now partner, Jeremy, at one of the North Tampa meetings that I hosted. We've been in the business for about 1.5 years as a real estate agent over at Keller Williams, and we kind of came to this kind of conclusion is like, why don't we just start a real estate brokerage? Because if I refer you as an agent a deal and I put my name on it, because they all know Outfast, they're talking to Outfast as me, and I hand it off to a Keller Williams, Remax, Century 21, it doesn't matter. It could even be a boutique broker that I know. If they drop the ball, who's it come back on? Me. We always use the square footage of the house. So in this case, I'm gonna use 1350, because that's approximately what this house was, okay? And so actually, I'm gonna give a plug here to one of my mentors, Luke Weber. Wrote the book on flipping houses. Met him through our seminar. He coached me through my first 4 flips. I did them with him. I was his do boy. I did everything he asked me to do, and then some. And I just was a sponge. I watched him from afar rehab these properties because I was able to help him with taking pictures, talking to contractors, scheduling contractors, meeting them out there, so on and so forth. So the most important part of this book is the rehab part, and he has 4 different types. Always on time.
What's up, guys? Jeremy Griffin. I run a little marketing company called Startup Street here. I'm coming on board with these guys. I'm super excited.
And yeah, so he's got we have one property that we manage a couple units in the and he manages the same building. So we kind of collaborate. And so yeah, sometimes our investors are looking for like multiple units. And we kind of say, well, potential strategy depending on the location is do a couple of them long term, a couple of them short term, and always make sure the long term analysis works.
Cool.
But
yeah, I don't have any experience at all with the Airbnb thing.
I'm so fascinated with it. That's why we wanted to do something this today, because I want to get Rod's opinion on it. Hey Rod, how's it going?
Hey brother, good man. Except it's like really strong down here. I don't know what it's like up.
Oh, it's the same.
It's a nightmare.
It's the same. So we're basically going to meet some of our buddies that are one of our best referral partners, the Teal Door Company. They're specialized in short-term rentals. What we're doing is kind of looking at a couple properties, or at least one that's a potential Airbnb. So we kind of want to show you guys like what kind of properties are good Airbnb properties, why they're good properties. And then we wanted to show you, what Teal Door does to manage your properties, what their properties look like. Because not only are they going to help you guys if you want to buy Airbnbs, they're helping you analyze the property, but they're also going to show you guys how to properly renovate the property, and then also how to properly stage it so that way you get the most bang for your buck, so that you're not just winging it, because if you wing it, you're basically not going to turn into the investments you're hoping to get.
Give us a quick intro. Who are you,
yeah,
man?
It's good timing.
Hey, I'm Jared Higginbotham. I'm the CEO and owner of Teal Door Hosting here in Tampa, Florida. We manage vacation rentals here. Cool. Let's get out of the rain. And every time you go through a nice neighborhood, you see these brightly colored doors. Right. You wonder, man, they take such great care of the outside of the home. It looks beautiful. I wonder what the inside looks like. Complete kitchen remodel, paint throughout, floors were resurfaced throughout. Both bathrooms in this home were redone. Some electrical work and some minor plumbing. This house, like we said, will probably do about $55,000 a year gross. Net to owner, probably around 35. But then here we have Christmas is booked. We got a reservation from the 21st to the 27th. I'm sorry, to the 28th. My owner's making $823 on that. And his home was only listed on the 5th of December, and he's booked up 50% of December, and he's making $1,500. And we've still got New Year's to book too at a really high rate.
I had this idea to bring the outside in with the bathroom, so I did. Wow. It's actually a custom handmade cedar ofuro tub. It's like a Japanese style hot tub. I wanted to accommodate a queen bed and a desk in that room. Obviously you want a big bed and you want a desk so business travelers can you know, work out of the room. And really the living room isn't huge, but it really doesn't matter.
So you guys talk about all things real estate, or what do you do? Okay. Test, 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 test. We love what we're doing today. We're gonna kick absolute butt, rock lives. So let me show you something.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you!
I'm pretty sure if it's your birthday, you're not supposed to be the one cutting the cake.
Are you okay with the giant piece?
And I just ate a giant piece of cake. Thank you very much, Taylor. I'm all hyped up. Greg, take it away.
I want to talk a little bit more how when you got started, that 2 to 3 year thing, changing your mindset. Where did that, like, what was that thing that changed the mindset?
It was a focus on goals. It was a focus on knowing what it is you want and why you want it. And you know, in fact, I do live events, and I've got one coming up here in short order in Tampa here locally. But the first thing we do is goals. The first thing we do is determining your whys. The first thing we do is finding that fuel that, you know, that everybody needs to take massive action on their dreams. Because, you know, so many people will go to an event like I put on, or buy a course or do something like that, and then 90% of them, frankly, that's usually the statistic, don't do a damn thing with it. And so, you know, I not on my watch. So, you know, and I learned that, you know, you really have to find that fuel. You have to tap into exactly what you want with clarity. You have to tap into exactly why you want it. And then you have to, you know, do some visualization to manifest those things into your life.
One of the best things that I learned from that was that if you set those goals too low, like I think it was Ted Turner's father that did that. I think it was Ted Turner's father that set these goals so low. He became a multi-millionaire, billionaire at the time, and he reached his goals and he didn't know what to do with himself the rest of his life, and he literally lived the rest of his life in massive depression.
Well, see, there were 2 things going on. There were 2 things going on for me. That was one of them. The other one was, it was all about Rod. You know, Rod. Prove to the world I'm good enough. You know, and I got picked on in school and got humiliated on the playground. You have all this stupid little stuff happen to you when you're young, and it creates these negative limiting beliefs. And so I had to prove myself. On my show, I have interviewed very, very wealthy people that, in my opinion, are not successful because they're totally focused on themselves. They don't, you know, they're not giving back. They're not contributing beyond themselves. So I am now blessed to say that we have fed 65,000 kids for the holidays. In fact, we're doing 1,500 families on Saturday down in Sarasota, and a bunch of them are coming up here to Tampa St. Pete. I've done thousands of backpacks filled with school supplies. I've done tens of thousands of teddy bears for local police departments, for officers to keep in their car when they encounter a child that's been in a traumatic experience. And see, I was successful and I'd achieved, but I was unfulfilled because I was only thinking about me. I'm focused on my relationships. I'm focused on my relationships with my family, my friends, my coaching students. That's what's different for me now, because before I was totally focused on me and success. I don't let people lose sight of their soul. I don't let people lose sight of their relationships, their family, their health, the things that really matter. I know you're here because you want financial success, and I'm totally with you, but I'm here to tell you there's much more than that.
Extremely fascinated by that, and I did not mean to put my butt warmers on. It's not cold.
I don't even know how to make a gin and tonic, so...
A little bit of give in it.
Oh, I know.
So when you step on it, it goes through your mind, that may be the last thing you do, you know?